This is Music, and this is another episode of Maid of Steel. Welcome to another episode of Maid of Steel, a series of videos where I go through my collection of band-maid releases, physical and digital, and I just talk about them. So these are not reaction videos. We have covered the mini albums, we've covered the full-length albums, we've covered the YOLO EP, so now we're exploring the singles. And we will look at the band Myco thing as well. But today we're looking at a single, this one here, that is the Start Over single, which I only have in digital format. It was released in 2018 as a kind of a standalone single. It has two songs on it, Start Over and Screaming. So let's just get to it. Start Over is a pop rock song. Now, if you don't know band-maid, they are a Japanese hard rock metal band, but their style kind of encompasses, I guess, kind of like a continuum stretching from pop to metal. And Start Over falls more towards the poppy side of things. So it's a pop rock song. It has a nice, short but nice and melancholic piano opening, and then it kicks into this pop rock song. The first verse has some pretty nice guitar details going on in the background, and it kind of reminds me a bit of 80s pop rock. I mean, the song doesn't sound like an 80s pop rock song. It sounds more like a 90s song, actually, but these guitar details in the first verse kind of remind me a bit of similar stuff going on in a lot of 80s pop rock songs. Band-maid are known for having big, powerful, catchy, memorable choruses. The chorus in this song is okay. It is catchy, but I don't see it as big and powerful and memorable. One thing that is interesting about it, though, is that it reminds me a bit, just the melody reminds me a bit of a song called Save Tonight by Eagle Eye Cherry. I don't have a problem with that at all, but it just reminds me a bit of that. The thing about the song that I really like is the drumming, though. It's really dynamic. You got lots of little fun details, lots of nice touches, some cool hi-hat stuff going on. You have some cymbal bashing going on. At times the drumming sounds like 90s alternative rock. It's just great drumming, so that's what I really like about the song. And it also finishes off on some pretty strong words. They even drop an F-bomb. The vocals are good in this song too. So yeah, it's a pop rock song. I do like it. It's not my go-to song. One thing about this song is that it has more in common, I think, with their first album, Made in Japan, except it's better than the songs on Made in Japan. But yeah, Start Over, pop rock song, pretty good, but not my go-to song. Screaming, on the other hand, is a metal song, so that's at the other end of the band-maid style continuum. And in a way, it's kind of a precursor to songs like Different or Warning or Black Hole, the more hard-hitting, more recent songs they did. Kind of like in that neighborhood. It has a very, very cool sort of lead guitar theme, but it's also very frantic and very panic-inducing. And I guess that fits the overall lyrical theme of the song pretty well. So that's actually pretty cool. Now, this is a song that has a big and powerful and catchy chorus. This is where you get the band-maid chorus. There's also a pretty cool guitar solo in it, which is kind of rock and roll, but also kind of thrash. It sort of marries the spirit and soul of rock and roll guitar solos with the anger and franticness of a thrash metal guitar solo. Like, I'm thinking early thrash metal. I'm exaggerating a bit, but imagine a solo stitched together from Angus Young and Kerry King solos. As I said, I'm exaggerating, but just sort of to give you an idea of what it sounds like. It's a pretty cool solo. I like it. The drumming is absolutely amazing in this song as well. Akane is a fantastic drummer. She's a very skilled drummer. Cannot be overstated how good she is behind a drum kit. And the bass is very, very cool here too. Lots of cool details. And I think the same thing applies to Misa. She is a very skilled musician. It cannot be overstated how good she is of a bass player. So yeah, Screaming, a great band-maid metal song. So yeah, that's Start Over, a 2-track single, kind of exploring the two ends of the band-maid style continuum. What the two songs have in common is they are characterized by the sort of trademark band-maid approach to compositions, in which you have the first and the second verses kind of like having the same foundations, the same vocal melodies, but the instrumentation does different things in the first verse and in the second verse. And I think that's pretty cool that kind of ties those two very different songs together. So that is Start Over, a very, very, very cool single. Is it worth picking up? I think if you are a casual fan of rock music, I think if you are maybe a pop fan looking to get into rock music, then I think the song Start Over might be a pretty good portal into the world of rock music. Screaming appeals more to metalheads, I think. So if you like your Japanese metal, I think Screaming will be right up your alley. So yeah, I think if you are kind of like somewhere in those two groups, it is worth picking up. I don't regret picking it up myself at all. I think it's very good. I do prefer Screaming to Start Over, but Start Over has its qualities, at least, you know, things that I appreciate about it. So yeah, Start Over, single, 2 tracks by band-maid, good stuff. Thanks for watching, and I don't give a fuck.